Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, straphologists, racers among you, defraggers even. It's time for Tim Con Land. Tim Trials, April week 5. I know it's the 1st of May, but it is the last map of the April League. And joining me as always is CrazyAl. Good evening. How you doing, mate?
Hey, how's it doing? How you doing? I'm doing just fine. Excited to see this map this week.
Yeah, it's a very interesting map. Definitely gonna see some. I don't know. I think we're going to see some serious variation from people, so it should be pretty interesting in that regard.
Yeah, I agree. You've been playing it, haven't you? How did you find it?
I played it for about 10-15 minutes. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think my feeling is that like the optimum route is going to be, yeah, it's going to be hard to find. I have no idea what the optimum route is, but there are definite trade-offs, I think, from taking one route over the other. So it'll be interesting to see where people land and what ends up being the fastest.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Who made the map this week?
Record did, famous Quake 3 Reflex mapper.
Oh, nice.
Record makes fantastic maps made of Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
With tons of routes, tons of variation.
Fresh is actually one of my favourite. I've ground that to a fine powder.
Yep, I think a lot of people have. It's a very fun map.
And this one's called Arcadia. Great name. So we shall be popping in soon, shan't we?
Should be loading now.
We are.
It is a big map, I'm afraid.
18 megs of map. And they're off. There's yeah, it's going to take a few runs, definitely a lot of resets to figure this one out, I think.
All right, who are we following?
I just landed on Zoot, so I'm just checking him out for the moment, and we'll see who starts to complete first and switch around.
I think Knight's going to finish first.
Knight has finished first. Oh, he's reset before the end. Doesn't want to commit a time yet.
Yep.
Knight already trying something out of the start to get this top route going. I think this map's got a nice balance of or makes use of some good AD turning as well, requirements. Some bits that you have to snake your way through.
So that's interesting. I noticed that Knight was pretty much at the end. Didn't finish, didn't cross.
Yeah,
he's keeping his cards close to his chest. Is
exactly. Refused to commit a time. No finishes yet.
This map is huge and very complex. I'm not surprised. I don't even know what kind of time to set like a prediction for in the chat, you know?
Yeah, not yet. I mean, I'd say sub 30 might be where we're looking at, but who knows?
Oh, that's interesting.
M16 has some questions about the end.
Yeah, I think the end timer trigger is broken actually. We'll try and get that fixed very quickly. A little bit of a sneak preview. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Oh, that is weird. So I was just playing it on the offline version and it worked fine. What should we do? Should we take people to the break room or something while we get it sorted? I guess we can't because we've got multiple servers. Might be a bit difficult too. Kill it. End trigger is sometimes bugged if you don't set it manually by command. Is that right? Oh well, we'll get it fixed. Everyone has.
I'm just going to change the map while we get this sorted out.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Are we going to do this? Get the same done on the other server as well?
Yep.
Okay. Very. So we restart the time as well as the 1 hour. Yes. That will be the plan.
Enjoy the bell sound.
Yeah, that's gonna not get annoying. Good. Muted for the stream. This is a fun map if you've never played it. It's just a straight line, basically, more or less. Oh well, we've done pretty well. I think generally things haven't gone wrong. But we thought we'd save it till the last map of the league. How was this record great map, very close times? Yeah, all the times are within 1/10,000th of each other, and the timer unfortunately doesn't pick it up. Okay, Record has made the fix apparently. So we'll be in reasonably soon. Thanks, Record, for your quick action. Okay, and we're in. Now, will those couple of minutes give anyone the advantage? I highly doubt it. Shout out to Record. Yeah, the map is indeed looking very nice. It's a 2-hour map. Do you think so? We shall see, I suppose. Be interesting to see how similar or different indeed the top times runs are going to be looking like. Oh, Knight is looking... Got some strong strafes going on here.
You don't say. On Knight?
Knight is, yeah. He knows what he's doing, this lad.
Big jumps.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this map's going to keep people busy for quite a while.
Yeah, I hope so.
But Knight seems to be making pretty short work of it already.
Looks like he's just hanging on for the ride.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting ending as well.
Yeah, I think the ending's really cool, actually. We'll see more of it as the map develops, as people's runs develop.
What a map to end the season on, says Beanscreaker. I agree completely.
The season finale.
Yeah. I was really happy to get Rickor on board. So massive shout outs to Rick for sorting us out with a fantastic map. Which Knight is finding all the routes on right now.
I know, he's looking so good. Oh, this looks such a good run.
Oh shit. Not quite.
Oh, does the ending trigger at the bottom there?
We do have a finish from Zoot for 42.
42 is pretty good. I managed a 40 myself in about 10 minutes, so I'm sure we will see sub 30s.
You think so?
Well, I'm not sure, but I think it's possible. I mean, just looking at what Knight's doing now, it looks nothing like my route, which is just stifled.
Yeah, Zoot's on a 30 now.
Yeah.
Draconic's on a 36.3.
Yeah.
Kraxo says Raven has a 43.
Yeah, I think Knight's feeling pretty good. Wow, he's really managed this top route quite nicely. Oof. I think Knight's on a strong route already, and he's just like trying to figure out the end.
Everyone's taking this top route at the start. Well, not everyone, but a few people. Is he going to do it? Oh, look at that.
And there you go. There's your sub 30, mate. Jesus. Wow.
Lovely stuff.
We're still thinking this is a 2-hour map. I think we've been consistently surprised by the ability of some of these runners just to push the envelope and decode things pretty quickly.
Well, I still think it's got a way to go.
Yeah, we'll see how Knight does continue to test things out, so we will see improvements.
So we see what Quasar's up to.
Let's do it. Yeah, I'm following him now. Quasar usually likes to take his time and have a look around. Seems to be struggling with what to do at the beginning here.
Kraxo says sub 28. Maybe.
I think it's a little early for a prediction. I think we'll wait. Maybe we wait about another 10 minutes or so. Or maybe we should wait until most people have got at least a time. But then again, Can always take a punt.
Quasar seems like he's struggling a little bit with this triple jump to start.
Yeah. Zoot's down to 30. Zoot, as we have said, generally quite good at figuring and decoding maps.
I'm gonna take a flip around, see Goblin, how he's getting on. A little bit of a different route from Knight, trying some different things. Looks
Yeah,
like
I'm following him now. I feel like I kind of want to go back to Knight though. I feel like he's got things figured out a little bit more, or is at least executing on what he wants a bit more consistently. And I'm curious to see how he tackles the end differently from his 29 route anyway. Oh, this is nice. This is different. But that results in a bonk. Seems to make quick work of the start.
Who's this now? Goblin?
Knight. Yeah, I'm back on Knight because I'm just curious where he's gonna go, how he's developing his route. And indeed, quick. The strafe is just buttery smooth. Oh, we got a 28 from
Lovely
Knight.
stuff.
Is Knight winning it all? He's crazy. He's winning a fair few of the maps, yeah.
Knight needs to do well. I mean, he always does, but he this is his last chance.
Yeah, we did say, I think, based on around a 30-second map, in order to secure his first place win, he needs to be beating the second place time by about half a second.
Really?
I think that's, yeah, the kind of rough mental calculations I did last week.
Okay. Sounds good.
So that's going to be tough. But it depends. Quasar really needs to make things difficult for him.
Chituri setting a 35. Leaf Green on the other team with a 34.3.
Nice. Zoot, I'm very impressed getting that 30 so quickly. I've got a feeling that Knight is going to be trying this route just a little bit more and then might be trying some different things, because 28.8 feels pretty reasonably optimized, I'd say, on his current route.
Quasar's got the start a little bit better now. Looks like he's sort of pushing his way onto Night Spirit a little.
Check out what Shatui's doing.
Draconic's also on a 35. Narcos 36. Quasar having a little bit of trouble in mid,
Let's check him out.
trying to get across that bridge.
Yeah, like you say, the beginning is looking better. I'm just wondering whose strengths this map plays to, really.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you said, Knight has made a really quick showing of this map, a good showing of this map. Really quickly, setting some good times. Quasar seems to be struggling a little bit, not quite sure how he wants to proceed with this start, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the issues we saw last week was that Quasar had kind of
Here we
committed to it. Yeah, this looks good. Last week, Quasar had committed to a route on that map that made the number of completions he ended up with quite low compared to Knight. And because of the variability in this map, there's the potential for him to come unstuck in the same way again.
Yeah. Perhaps.
Romanticized idleness. Is this some race of some sorts? Yes, it is. It's a fresh map every week. None of the competitors have seen it before, and they all get 1 hour to get the best time, the quickest time. There is a league, there are points, and the amount of points you get are proportional to how far away you are from the best time, so the #1 time within that hour. He's really struggling with that start, isn't he?
Just with the 35 says someone give me a rope.
And that spacing to the top route seems to be troubling Quasar a little bit. There we go. But now you can see he's flying by the seat of his pants. He doesn't know what to do.
He's not sure where to go after this point, yeah.
Yeah. Like, the more I see other people, the more impressed I am with how Knight decoded this. Or at least, you know, his ability to figure stuff out on the fly, you know, never having seen something before. Oh, this is something. He tried to make the last one.
And Knight has the advantage of having played tons of record maps and reflex. Whereas Quasar, I'm not sure how much. I know record does have some maps in Quake 3, but not a whole lot. Not as many as reflex, I don't think.
Would you say that record has some aspects to his map that, you know, are translatable?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, this is clearly a record map. Like, I don't know. You can just he's got a way of mapping. He's got a style.
It's funny you say that.
He definitely brought it to Diabotical with him.
Well, even I think I've only played Wreck Fresh would be the other map that I played of his.
Yeah.
And without having known who made this, when I tested it out, I was like, oh, it reminds me a little bit of Wreck Fresh in some way, but not. And I don't know if that's the art style or just the way that it was playing, but maybe someone else who's better with the word things than me can articulate that.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. That's what I mean. He definitely has a style of map. There we go. Quasar doing a bit better now.
Yeah.
He definitely has a style of map, and Knight will be maybe more familiar with that than Quasar is.
Knight, meanwhile, getting it down to 28.7. Zoot also breaking into sub 30, which is good to see.
Should we do a quick prediction for sub 28?
Yeah, I think sub 28 prediction is it's going to be an interesting one. I will switch back to Knight because I want to see if he's made any changes to his route. What he's doing exactly right now. Is he just grinding the same route? Is he looking for incremental benefit? Okay, it says big maps, many routes, some pits, high tempo. Yeah, I'd say there's a definite feel within this map, and at least the other record map that I've played, which is looks to preserve your momentum, looks to shape the map around you, not having to slow down really in any way.
So what do you reckon? Sub 28? What do you say? Yes or no?
You know me, I'm the no man.
Oh, he's a no man.
I'm a no man. But that's just because I like being the naysayer.
Nice.
And I'm gonna spend. I don't have many points to give you guys tonight. I've only got 1,500, but I'll put them in.
Get them in there.
You can have them. All you people who are about saying yes.
I mean, if you win, you're going to win a lot.
That's true. But I just care about saying no more than the win.
Oh, actually, there's more in Masty. Masty put 20k to no.
Oh, nice one, mate. Alright, reasonably even split then. 42, 58.
Nice one. No man's guy. Get out of here.
Halble's 28.3, he reckons.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you saying about Quasar?
Just he's doing well, he's doing better.
Oh, nice.
He's getting there. He's getting better at the time trials every day. Can we see some other routes? Yeah, why don't we check some people out? Let's see what Zoot's doing. He's got a sub 30.
Alright, let me see if I can get to Zoot. There we go.
Nice.
He's standing still. Oh, interesting. A lower rate.
Goblin got 29.0.
That's gonna be interesting. We'll see what route, what Zoo's doing. Zoot. I'm getting mixed up with Roo, Zoot. It's all the double O's. And then we'll check out Goblin. Fisk says, "Did anyone tell Roo he needs to go fast in the past week?" I think Rue does what he wants, is what we've noticed.
Oh, Zoot barely going fast enough for that route. Oh, and he has to slow down a little bit. Jesus, look how close he is. No, he falls down.
As he likes to say, it's squeaky bum time.
I'm gonna flip around a bit, see what Goblin's doing.
Let's check out Goblin. 29.0. Yeah, I think Zoot has been taking the lower route at the beginning, and now I think he's decided to try and perfect this start for the upper. He seems to be... he's got it twice in a row now. Well, this looks good. This is looking very similar. Similar to Night's start.
Yep.
Well, I'm feeling good about Zoot's chances, actually. He seems to be doing quite well.
Yeah, he is, actually. I wonder how we're getting on the second server.
So Raven's ahead on the other server with 35.
Nice.
Goblin looks like he's got a run on his hands.
Oof, not quite.
Caster's Curse.
Keo is getting closer. He's on a 30.3 now.
Yeah, maybe we'll check him out.
Similar Goblin route through the mid.
Hay to Grey. We haven't mentioned Hay to Grey, but another person who hasn't got a time yet, who is very capable of putting in a very good time. So I think we might expect Hay to Grey to enter into contention for the top 3 in this map at some point.
Yep, they had to leave early last round, so I'm wondering if they can put a good time in this time. Coming, of course, from Warsaw race, I believe. Yo, Cause, thank you for the gift sub. Appreciate it.
Is that a slight improvement I see on Knight's time? 28.763? I think so. All you sub 28ers now. Starting to question things, aren't you? Starting to question your life
Ooh.
choices.
28.2. Nate just put in.
And all
Literally
of a
right
sudden,
after you say that.
I know, maybe I should chat shit more often. Has you found something different though? That's the question.
More people said no than yes.
That's true.
Mad.
I'm just picking on the yes people. Though.
Naysayers. You'll regret this.
These
You'll regret your
blind-
choices.
Naysayers, really?
Yeah.
I think it's time that these blindly positive people get some comeuppance, to be honest. Optimism only gets you so far. Sooner or later, there will be a head-on collision between optimism and reality.
Alright. Fucking hell.
But it seems that Knight is testing the limits of reality here.
Yo, that was nice.
What's up?
Look at that! 28.1.
Wow.
Let's go.
Jeez.
No one else doing it like him. Why is he the only one that's capable of just coming in and styling on a map like that?
You know, we hate to stick on one person, but sometimes...
Come on, believe in Quasar.
No,
Still
I
has-
do. I do.
Let's go Quasar. I'm watching Quasar. I'm a Quasar fanboy now.
Alright, you tell me if he's on a good run and I'll swap over. Right now I want this buttery smoothness in my eye holes. Oh, it's so good. It's so nice. Look at this. Oh. The way he transitions to that top section. I think we might see an improvement. Oh. What is Knight doing? Knight has made the map his bitch. And all of a sudden, sub 28. Looks quite doable. Welcome back, Adam. No, nothing broke. Except our minds witnessing Knight's runs. Bring the G meter back. G meter DLC. Wow, this looks fast. Not as good. Zoot stuck on his 29.914 for now. Goblin still in the 29s, just. Almost in the 28s. Everyone else sitting in the 30s still. This looks amazing from Knight. Oh, another improvement. But marginal improvement. I'm starting to think this route. I don't know if there's a sub 28 in it. Everything Knight is doing just looks so good. He's cutting those corners tight. His strafes look optimal.
I'll tell you what though, Quasar's coming.
Is he? Should we have a look? Should I swap over?
I don't know if you want, but he's preparing for a big run.
Yeah, I want to be on Quasar when he puts in a time. This does look good.
So you can see how his strafes have changed. Like, he's confident now, he knows exactly where he wants to go.
And he's not the only one to smack into that ceiling.
Yeah, I noticed that. Is this the one? Oh, not quite.
Oh, this is fast. He's hitting that triple. Well, it's actually a double. He's hitting it very deep. Oh, almost the exact same.
Does he? I'm wondering if he wants to use that double jump. Like, right there where he reset, there was a double jump just to the right that he could have taken. But he wants to take that. I did see Knight using that, I think.
Yeah, it seemed like he wanted that extra height just to reach that. I think Quasar's about 5 minutes off from a powerful run.
Yeah, for sure. It's coming. You can feel it.
Oh wow.
Slightly different route.
Oh.
Looking good.
Oh. He's
Sharp.
close. Quasar is right on the edge. Zoot going lower indeed to 29.399. Really good showing from Zoot. Well, I believe he's currently sat in 6th place. So this may very well bump him up. Although, by the time we reach the end of the hour, and there is 25 minutes to go, it might be safe to say that there may be more people between Knight and Zoot than there are now. Quasar being one of them. Who, let's just say, has not completed a single run yet.
This is the one.
You feel it? You feel it? He stayed close to this side, and he... What was that? 28.7.
8.7. Nice.
I misread that for a second. I thought that was a 28 flat.
Nearly.
Took my breath away. And this looks better. 28.5. Wow, okay.
There we go. 35 minutes in to set his first time.
And there's a renewed confidence, I think, in what we're seeing now from Quasar.
Sorry, not just to make sure. Set his first time, also the second place time.
Yeah.
I feel like I should clarify that. Like, he's taking a look at other routes now.
Is that because he messed up the spacing for his route that he wanted to take, or he's feeling that he doesn't really have enough optimization in his current route to beat Knight's time? I don't know. But it's nice to see players, you know, having a stop and having a think even this late into it. I'm gonna swap back to Zoot momentarily, see what route he's working on. Okay, interesting. Going to the right at the end there instead of the left that we've seen Quasar and Knight do.
Quasar with another improvement, 28.3.
Now, if Knight has got that scoreboard up,
see that big Danish flag just coming at you.
yeah, he's gonna be quivering. Sub 28 will come, you bet, says KO. Well, they do have 22 minutes to do it in. Zoot making a nice tight route here. Cutting those corners nicely. Landing deep on this triple jump.
You're saying about Knight, like even if he wins today, he needs to win by enough. Otherwise, he won't do him any good.
That's true.
So he needs to beat Quasar by maybe about half a second, we think.
Yeah, I think it's 4/10 or 5/10, somewhere in that region. So really, still the pressure is on Knight to do a sub 28. He really has to if he wants to take this season home. I will go back to Knight in a minute because I'm curious to see what he's trying. Oh, this looks like a good run from Zoot. Hopefully he can hold it together. Flying by the seat of his pants. And he falls. Let's go to Knight. Okay, Knight is working on minute optimizations from the start.
Let's be raving about it.
Knight's run looking smooth as anything. Still taking the same route, but going on the right hand side here. Ah. Discovering the limits of the map. There is only one way to cross the finish line, and that is down the middle.
But also, there are teleporters that take you to the middle. If you go through on, like if you try and cross on either side, you get teleported to the middle.
It did look like he lost his speed though, in doing so. Oh, can see him trying to optimize that strafe in the air just to get the extra distance, but not managing it. "19 minutes remain. April League finale. Absolutely stunning map from Record, and this looks very strong.
Ooh.
An improvement still. Only, well, 1/100th of a second or thereabouts. And 1/100th of a second is not enough. He needs... Well, he's 2/10 away now. He needs at least another 2/10 in order to be in contention for that first place. Note that I'm talking about the first place for the April League, not just tonight's map. He is winning tonight's map so far, but he needs to win it convincingly. Oh, I like what he's trying there. He's trying to move to that middle platform. Quasar is at 28.3. I wonder what he can do to bring it closer. But does he? I mean, surely he knows that he doesn't really need to. He can sit there quite happily.
As long as he keeps pace, at least with Knight.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to beat him by that much. Or
He doesn't need to beat him at all. Yeah. But I doubt. Oh, interesting choice from Knight. I was saying I doubt Quasar is thinking like that. Quasar wants to win as much as anyone.
Yeah, I would expect so.
He's not going to get comfortable or complacent. This is super strong from Knight.
Look at this.
Oh wow. What? Does the spacing work?
Yeah, you had to kind of slow down to get that.
Yeah.
I think that's the way. I don't think that's what he wants. I don't think that's the route.
No. That might actually be better suited, taking that middle platform and moving to the right hand side, but I don't know whether or not that's actually going to be quicker than what he's achieved so far. Still only 4 players in sub 30 territory. Rue absolutely taking the piss with 2 minutes and 42 seconds.
He's alright. He's fine.
Yeah, we know what he can do. We know he's got it in him to pull something out of the bag. Yeah, this spacing is, with this middle platform, it's a little problematic.
He maybe wants to jump on top of it rather than get the double jump on it, you know?
Yeah. And that could actually end up being faster because I think one of the issues is, well, I don't know, I could be talking out my arse, but falling that length of a distance might actually be slower than touching on one of the midway platforms. Not sure.
I don't know.
Oh, Hater Grey, we said it. Oh, no, almost. Hater Grey, we did say, would come in towards the end with a surprising time.
Yep.
And that's a 29.141, so that puts him in 4th place, knocking Zoot down into 5th. 5 players now in the sub 30 club.
Less than 15 minutes left, Chris. What do you think? Are we going to see it? We're going to see that 27?
I don't think so, mate. I'm stoic
Yeah.
and unmoving in my my naysaying nature.
I don't know. Nate's going to make a pretty good attempt either way.
I mean, even if he manages this route that he's now trying with this middle platform, I don't see how there's more than a 10th in it.
Oh,
But there is! Do you know what? I need to shit talk players more often because every time I say something like that, I'm immediately proved wrong.
so good. I love it. Well played, Knight. 27.97.
You're welcome, mate.
Let's
You're
go.
welcome.
Yo, I got 26k for that.
Fuck, my points are gone.
Yeah, sure. Will Knight stay in first place? What do you
I
reckon?
think will Knight stay in first place? I think so. The question that I have now is, let me do some quick maths. Let me do some quick maths.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna watch Quasar because he now has to come back with something big.
Okay, so Quasar and Knight are now exactly to the 1,000th of a second, 4/10 apart.
Okay.
Knight has that 4/10 gap. Is that enough?
Really? Is that actually going to be enough? We don't know.
Is that, I don't know, but it's going to be very, very, very close in terms of points for the season. Like super close.
Yeah, if Quasar.
Assuming, yeah, exactly. Assuming Quasar doesn't improve on his time. I think it's over to Quasar. We need to see.
Yep, definitely.
And he's currently staring into the corner. It's been a good few minutes since we've seen Quasar run, and he's looking a little more confident. Executing. See, when I say something, like it goes either way. Sometimes I say something and I'm proved wrong. Sometimes I say something and I'm proved right. Either to the benefit or the or otherwise.
It really do be that way.
You could just say it's the universe and I have no impact on it whatsoever. This looks good. Quasar is still on the let's call it Knight's old route.
Why not?
I think he was the first.
Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, I think Knight was the first one to use that exact route.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
And nothing, just the fact that he's not taking that mid across the middle section, you know, like Knight is at the end.
Knight has improved again, I think.
Yeah, he has.
Okay, this is looking really good for Knight, actually. He's 0.437 seconds away from Quasar's time, ahead of Quasar's time, and that could really be what pushes him to first place. It's going to be incredibly close. Incredibly close.
Quasar on a run.
Quasar finishing. It was a 28.7, I think.
Any one of these runs that Quasar completes could just be the end of Night Streams. Pretty much.
I think Quasar only really has to improve by 0.05 of a second to
Exactly.
to cement himself in first place for the season. How is Goblin doing? Goblin has been sat on a 29.008 for a good 15 minutes, I'd say. You know, I'm troubled by this, Al. I'm troubled by the idea. Like, how does Knight just make so few mistakes?
Mm. He does make a lot of mistakes, though. But compared to the rest, like by comparison, yeah, it's not a lot, is it?
No. And by making so few mistakes, like the number of completions go up.
Speaking of completions, 27.8.
Oh, he is definitely ahead. I think he. Well, I won't. I'll let the algorithm do the math. But according to my rudimentary mental calculations, this could put Knight in first place. I'm gonna go back tonight. I want to see. We should mention that Zoot has made a further improvement, going from 29.399, if I remember correctly, to 29.2. That still puts him in fifth place. It's a slight improvement from his season standing of 6th. Don't know if that will move him up. Oh, this looks immense from Knight. Immense. Just throwing out sub 28s like they're going out of fashion, mate. Just not a care in the world.
Big deal.
Tossing them out. Quick says in before Zoot suddenly does a sub 24. I don't know what planet you're living on, Quick, but that's that would blow my mind.
Back in week 1, that's where he is.
Yeah, I mean, week 1 was really interesting. I think we could say if there was a rocket in here, that might happen. So we know neither Quasar nor Knight are especially fond of weapons maps.
Let's go Quasar. Never mind. That was tactical. That was a tactical Castle Scraps.
Oh, Hater Grey getting in at the 28.
Nice.
Very nice. That puts him in 3rd place. Overtaking Goblin, who's been relegated to 4th. Demo Light. Interview with newcomers Raven and Trauma Queen since their improvements from the beginning. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I know Raven has been must be putting in a lot of time because he's been submitting in both physics and War Cup as well. So those VQ3 runs that he's been doing, probably helping him week on week with his performance here. This is looking good from Knight. Another sub 28, but not enough to beat his PB.
5 minutes left.
Yep,
Quasar.
5 minutes. You want me to check out Hater Grey? We'll check him out for a couple of minutes.
How much time is left? Just 4 minutes left.
We'll check out Hater Grey's route and then we'll go back to, I guess, see what Quasar and Knight are up to at the top. Curious as to whether Zoot will break into 28 territory in the last 4 minutes. Very impressive if he does.
I'm keeping an eye on Quasar. So for anyone just joining us, Knight is in the lead with a 27.8. Quasar just behind with a 28.3. Quasar doesn't have to beat Knight in order to win the entire league. He only has to get within, like, I can't remember how long was it?
About 0.4, 0.5. I think if he
So-
gets within 4/10, then he might edge it.
Extremely close final match here between Quasar and Knight. Knight on the verge of potentially coming back from a deficit from the beginning of the league.
Oh,
Where
Knight improving again. 27.834.
Knight wasn't doing too hot at the start of the league. He came 7th in the first round.
Hater Grey's looking very nice. And then just seems not to have figured out the end too well. I'll hang around with him for a few more seconds, and then I'm gonna switch back to see one of our potential first place winners for the season. How did he come 7th? Says OBS. Well, it was a rocket map or a partial weapons map.
Yeah, Zoot won that. Won that one. That was just a weird round altogether.
It was nice to see a spanner thrown in the works, though.
Yeah, for sure. Quasar did well. I think Quasar did better than Knight in the first round. If I remember correctly.
Exactly, and that's why it's so close now between these two. Alright, I'm going to switch back over to... Oh my god, Knight's just done a 27-7.
Mistake.
I mean, it's over to Quasar, really. Quasar has to do something. Has to respond. Almost 6/10 apart. Knight is taking this home. That is unbelievable difference. I really want to see that run from Knight. But we have to stick with Quasar, because what happens, he's got 1 minute to respond. This could be his last, if not his last, then his penultimate run, his penultimate attempt.
I think he's got it in him. Maybe before, when Knight had just broken 27, but like, nah.
You can't pull 6/10 out of nothing.
You can't. I think it's gone.
6/10 is an absurd difference. More or less unheard of.
Yeah, not quite
And
managed.
that will be it. That was an insane performance from Knight. Absolutely insane.
Defeat.
Well, I mean, he did like a sub 30 within the first 10-15 minutes or something. It was just stupid.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow. Very impressive stuff. And no doubt Al's going to leave me temporarily while he inputs numbers into a spreadsheet like a crazy person. But that was a crazy, crazy map. Really, really interesting to see what people were up to on that. And very surprising to see how quickly some people figured it out. And we're putting in really interesting. And Knight says his hands are shaking. Jesus. His words, not mine. Although I have been known to blaspheme from time to time. I think Rekor, big shout out to Rekor for such an awesome map and providing us with such an amazing April season finale.
Yeah, massive shout outs to Rekor for making this happen.
Yeah, I mean, I will definitely be grinding this map a little bit as well. I kind of get a bit torn with these kind of things because after I've seen good people actually run these maps, I'm just like, why bother? Why bother?
Yeah, we're going to get Knight, maybe Quasar as well, in to keep you company.
Heal. while you do the quick maths.
Yep.
Man,
Hey, how you doing, Quasar?
good.
How was that?
Oh, just
Yeah.
I can't actually hear you. Wait.
Testing. Testing.
Maybe now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's good.
Hear me now. Enjoy the map?
Yes, even though I struggled a lot.
I noticed that you were struggling in a couple of areas. Like I think even the beginning, getting the top route at the beginning, you struggled just for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think this map? Why do you think this map gave you some trouble?
I don't know. I just didn't get the double jump correctly, and yeah, I don't know. It was just maybe some weird spacing for me that didn't do it. So I spent, I don't know, 20 minutes figuring out at least, and then just also figuring out the end. And I also got very nervous when I saw Knight doing sub 30 in 10 minutes.
Yeah, we were saying that it was crazy how quickly he seemed to get a decent time.
And I didn't even get the start right.
Yeah,
that got me a bit nervous.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not 100%. I think he may have got such a good time that it may have knocked you to second place. I don't know for sure. Al's doing the maths right now.
I hope.
But yeah, well, for your sake, I hope not too. But we will see.
But he deserves it.
He won so many more rounds.
Yeah, I know. How did you find the map, Knight?
It was fun. I think I kind of got lucky. I found a decent route pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And it seemed pretty fast, so I just went for it.
Yeah, it was really crazy just from a spec perspective. Just watching you pull out a sub 30 like within about 10-15 minutes. I was like, what? This and I think every time I said something, I was like, we might see a sub 30 is something that I said, and then like within 10 seconds you did a sub 30. And then I think at the end I said, yeah, there's no chance we're going to see a sub 27, and within a second you did your sub 27. Your sub 28.
28,
So,
yeah.
Yeah. Very well played. I was just saying to Quasar, you may have done enough to put yourself into first place for the season. You may have done enough. Very.
Think so?
Very
I don't know.
We'll find out soon from Al.
Yeah. I think either way, Quasar should still win because he's basically just because he's won so many more rounds than I have.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, you can see it that way, but I don't think the algorithm will determine all.
Yeah.
As
Knight, do you think your reflex experience gave you a little bit of an advantage on this map, and that it's a classic record layout?
I think it might have. Kind of had the mindset of what would record do for a fast route.
And what is the answer? What would record do?
Go high.
Well, I mean, it's like upper routes are often superior. Yeah, but that was really cool to watch.
Thanks.
Any parts of the map that you kind of struggled with? I saw that you at the end there you moved from kind of taking the left area to kind of that middle platform to give you the spacing there, but that seemed problematic for a while.
For a little bit, and then I think I was able to get it relatively consistently, which saved me from having to, do a little bit of wiggling to get around that little narrow passage.
Yeah, exactly. Plenty of bonks on that very narrow double jump as well.
Oh yeah.
That was probably looked like possibly the most annoying part for you.
A little bit.
Yeah.
For the most part, I was able to make it work by, getting like a triple jump and just landing on top of the ledge, or every once in a. But one of the other things was the fact that the double jump just wouldn't work. I would just clip right through it, so I wouldn't get the height to get to the end without falling into the water or whatever it is.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That looked. Yeah, I think a few times you just didn't make it. What
Right.
about for you, Quasar? What was like the trickiest part? What gave you the most trouble?
The start.
The start, huh?
But yeah, also the end. I was also bunking a lot. There was a small double jump that I bunked into a lot. Because you also needed to do a correct double jump at the end to go directly in. So yeah, the start and the end.
Any kind of highlights from the maps we've seen so far? I guess how many maps have we? We've had 6 maps this season. So out of the 6, any particular highlights? Any parts of maps or whole maps that you enjoyed? Anything that you've gone back to and continue to grind and improve on?
I tried. I can't really remember the name. Siphon, maybe.
Siphon, yeah.
Siphon. I played that a bit afterwards because you could also exploit some, go around the map, not really following the structure of the map. That was also a bit fun to do.
What time did you end up with?
I didn't actually do that. What was it? Who posted it as well? Mystic,
I think.
Yeah, I tried that route as well, but I didn't quite get it successfully in the end. So I didn't actually improve on my
Excellent.
Just having fun trying different routes.
What about you, Knight? Any maps that you've kind of gone back to and tried to improve on? Or?
I went back to Tycho a few times. Last week's map, because I felt like, I don't know, that triple jump to go straight to the end, that it eludes me. I want to get it.
Yeah, it feels possible, but it just
Yeah.
Fisk asks, did you guys get nervous at any point?
Definitely.
Yeah, I'd say within the first 20 minutes, I felt like because I got a time so quickly that I wouldn't be able to improve much, and then people would catch up, and then people would find something else that's faster.
Interesting.
We have times, we have scores.
Oh, no way. You said your hands were shaking at the end. Why were they shaking? Just too much race, or
just the grind? It was a lot.
Yeah. Do some stretches. Advise everyone after a race session, stretch.
Absolutely.
Shake it out. Night is weak, old man, says Imberbrain. Okay.
Says the old man himself.
Scores are a bit mad. What are the scores saying? Let me refresh.
Oh no, have I ruined them again?
I'll do some double checking. Zoot, why didn't you keep your win streak from week 1? A streak implies there was more than one.
Yeah, Zoot, what happened?
What? Game is hard. Game is hard. Don't want to talk about it.
That's okay. That's how I felt around the first map.
Yeah, I'm just digging into these scores a little bit. According to this, Zoot, you came third today, which is very well done.
Nice.
What time did you get?
Root time is 0, but it'll be fixed. Don't worry.
Zoot got a 28.909 if the scoreboard is to be believed.
That's pretty nice.
We didn't actually see that run, unfortunately. But yeah, that's a very good time.
Did he go? Zoot, did you go on the top in the beginning?
Zoot, feel free to hop on chat if you want to join us, given you're a top 3 finisher today.
Oh,
Saw you trying out some different routes, so
did use the top road.
Hi, chaps.
hey.
Hey,
Hello.
Zoot.
Man, my hands hurt so bloody much after that.
Same here, dude.
Yeah, the hour does kind of push it, doesn't it? Like without a break.
It was just a massive sweat, and that first double jump was the bane of my goddamn life. I spent
I
so
agree.
long thinking it wasn't like worth going up high, and then I realized there's some unreal spacing that you get from it. And I just spent the last 10 minutes just desperately trying to get something in. As soon as I got 28.9, I think I had it with 4 minutes to spare. I think I overtook Hey 2, and there was one other person I can't remember, Goblin, I think.
Yeah.
And
got
I was like, I can't even, like, my hands were hurting so much at that point. I was like, I just gotta hope the last 3 or 4 minutes nobody overtakes me again.
Yeah, I did see you struggling with that top route for a while, and yeah, you were taking that middle line, weren't you, for quite a while?
Yeah.
And it was forcing you to do a lot of snaking around. That was the problem.
Yeah, exactly. And the top route though, it's that weird spacing between the first jump and the double jump bit, and I didn't realize there's like you have to leave like a couple of extra frames, and somehow that gives you the extra jump height or distance. I know, it was blowing my mind how it was working. I was screaming at my chat, wondering why it wasn't working.
It was the same problem with me.
Yeah, it was just madness. But I also saw Knight get like this super solid start, and then I hit like a 30.3 or something quite early, and I was like, I think I peaked. There's no way I can do better. and not seeing like there was like 10 other people who it took a while for them to get into the, I would say, sub 30s or like very very low 30s.
Yeah.
I was really surprised how different all the runs were. And especially afterwards, I was watching Quasar running. I was like, what the hell is this route? Like, I would never have thought to have done the route that Quasar did, for instance. I don't know what route you did, Knight, but there's lots of mad stuff going on.
I don't know what Quasar was doing.
I think it was pretty similar. Me and Knight.
He was doing your penultimate route, so basically before you started taking that middle platform at the end. And he was trying for the middle platform, but not super managing it very well.
Okay.
Yeah, so I when you switch to that middle platform, that's when you managed to break into the sub 28s, basically.
Yep.
There were only 6 people who managed to get a sub 30. and they are yourself, Knight, yourself, Quasar, Zoot, Hater Grey, and Goblin. Everyone else was over 30 seconds. Kioi just about over 30 at 30.3.
I find that
yeah.
crazy, honestly. I find that really crazy.
Yeah, you all did very well. How did you find the map overall, Zoot?
I thought it was really straightforward at first, if I'm honest. Like, it felt like there was a bit like last week's map, which is a very good strafe map in my opinion. But I felt that once you look at it a little bit, there are some quite clear, more optimal routes. This doesn't mean like the exact route is super precise, but I figured that, oh well, you can at least be competitive with a number of different ones. So it seemed really obvious, and then it's really when you refine the spacing that you figure out, actually, that's how you save the extra half a second or the extra 0.2.
I kind of felt the same when I was playing it earlier today. I played it for like 10-15 minutes, and I thought, okay, this looks more complicated than it actually is. And I kind of fooled myself into thinking like within about 15 minutes, this, people should figure this out quite quickly. And then, yeah.
No, I thought, like, I'm sure people are going to break the map even more once you put it on the public servers and people grind it out. It does go a bit nuts. And I think there's probably some insane stuff you can do at the end that at least certainly I didn't discover. I don't, Knight or Quasar, do you kind of think that you guys have done the map now and it's not going to get much faster?
Last week?
This week, like this map now.
Week.
Did you max it basically, or do you think there's more to find?
I'm still trying out Knight's route, so I think after I got that one, then I think it's maxed. I don't know. What do you think, Knight?
I don't know, I didn't really explore the start area too much. I just kind of saw the top route and just committed to it the whole time. So I don't know if there's any faster start rooms or whatever, but
do you think there's any potential on finishing on the right hand side?
Wait, you finished on the left?
Yes.
Oh Jesus, okay.
Not that I saw, but I mean, this map is so, visually complex that.
Yeah. I don't know how you finished on the left, to be honest. Like, there was, and I'm sure, like, when you're strafing at your level and Quasar's level, spacing leads to, different routes. But there was no possible way for me to recognize, like, a convenient way to go to the left side to end.
Well, there's a way.
I think when you see it, Zoot, you'll be like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't win.
Hey, I'm chuffed with my third place, alright? No one can take that away from me.
Right. Al, were the scores broken? Or
yeah, some people's last this week's map wasn't being counted, but it's all been resolved now. Should be
lovely.
Should be working.
So the website is not working yet.
Everyone's F5ing at the same time.
Narcos.
You'll sort your hosting out. Buy more bandwidth. Well, from what I saw, Quasar, I think you just about edged it by about 10 points.
Those points were calculated correctly. It's just that some people at the lower end of the spreadsheet weren't being counted.
I noticed that I was doing worse than ADR, who hasn't played the last two maps, and I was like, something's up here. Congrats, Quasar. Very nice.
Thanks. That was close in the end.
Yeah, very close.
Quasar with 4953, and Knight yourself with 4945.
Oof.
So how much slower would Quasar have had to go then for Knight to have won it? But probably only like a couple of tenths or so, surely.
Yeah,
I was going to ask that.
I honestly thought Knight had enough, because you had like almost 5 tenths up on Quasar at the end. I thought that would have been enough, because I said last week, didn't I? I did a quick mental calculation. I said, you probably do have to do like 0.55 or something like that to get first place. You came very close to that, so I think another 500ths and you would have at least tied it. But, I mean, yeah. It's crazy how it's come so close in the end, and you really worked for it tonight with like 0.5 of a second between first and second place. I mean, that's pretty
That's
unheard
mad.
of.
That's totally mad.
So really well done.
I just want to say, eat shit cans. I beat you. Sorry, I feel like it's my unwritten sort of nemesis.
Nice. Well, yeah, you did very well coming in fourth place.
Unbelievable scenes.
Yeah, Goblin doing very well in third place. Yeah, I guess the scores weren't super close between second and third place. So Goblin, a couple of 100 points off from second place, and yourself, Zoot, about 100 points off from Goblin. So really tight between yourself, Quasar, and Knight. Really surprisingly tight.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
That was fun.
It was a 2-horse race for sure. I honestly didn't know at the beginning what was going to happen at all. My golden rule is stay within a second of either Knight or Quasar, and things can be okay. It's the 1 second rule.
Like, dude, if you can do that, if you can achieve that, that's personal goals met, I think.
Yeah, that's all I was gunning for, honestly.
I think you threw a real spanner in the works on week 1, though, or the map maker did anyway, because yeah, that really shook things up in terms of the standings.
I love it. I'm still glowing from that, actually. I can say that only me and Knight have beaten Quasar then in this league. Like, I'm obviously bragging massively, but I'll take it.
my question for you, Zoo, is in light of your first week win, and let's say the lubrication that you achieved through your preemptive gin and tonic, have you been repeating that with on a kind of medicinal basis? Week on week.
No, I had a rosé earlier, but then I fell asleep. I honestly thought I was going to fall asleep while playing, but it got super sweaty today.
So the answer is actually clear spirits. If you want to perform, it needs to be a clear spirit.
I think so. I really think so. I got destroyed by map 2 though. Honestly, I just nothing clicked with map 2 for me.
That was Stew Pit, so that was Piotrski's map.
Yeah.
Very, very strafey and grindy, if I remember correctly.
I was saying to my stream before this, it's like, if it's a strafe heavy map, like I didn't think I was going to do well at all. And I do think that this map today is pretty strafe heavy, but you also need to find that route that works for you.
I think you were also one of the first people to get a decent time. You got 30.3, I think, or something like that.
I think so, yeah.
And I don't know, I attributed that to you've got a good ability, along with Knight, I think, to figure maps out quite quickly, which is why I kind of thought, okay, it makes sense that Zoot is doing quite well on this map.
Honestly, massive credit to the map makers though this league. Like, the quality has been unbelievable. I mean, I still hate Piotrski a little bit for map 2, but it's not. That's entirely my fault. But no, honestly, like all the map makers did an unbelievable job. Like it made it really interesting seeing how different people are going to climb. Suddenly a second's found. Suddenly 5 seconds found. What was it? The slick on map 3, where I don't know. There was 20 minutes where I don't think anyone was using it, and suddenly the map was just busted open.
Yeah.
Loved it all.
Yeah, the maps have been great. What were we saying, Quasar?
Yeah, just saying great maps.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
Same here.
What was your favorite Quasar night? Quasar, what was yours? I'll go with you first. What was we talk over each other?
It's a tough one. I don't know. It's hard. I had to choose one.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the thumbnails. So Night, is yours today then, because of the absolute monster run?
I think it's a toss-up between this one and Waffles.
Waffles. Oh yeah, fair. Interesting. I mean, I'm picking map 1, obviously. So.
I really like last week's map as well. I thought Tycho was a really fun map.
Yeah, that was a fun map.
I really wanted to do some something in the end, like doing the lower route and stuff like that on that map. It was just some spacing didn't quite work on that.
I found it really difficult. I can't
Yeah.
remember what. I was really surprised. I came 5th on that map. So I thought there was absolutely no way. I felt honestly hopeless for all of it.
I felt like the ending on that map was particularly tricky or like difficult to
Yeah.
optimize.
It was really. I found that map super hard.
And even you guys, Quasar and Knight, the ending for you guys, even at the end of the hour, didn't feel like you'd maxed it, from what I
Yep.
saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you played that one since? Have you tried messing around with the endings at all there?
Yeah, I tried initially when we played it. I tried like a lower route where you go directly into the finish, but I couldn't quite get it, even though I think I was very close. I'm pretty sure it's possible, but you really need to have a very precise AD movement in the end.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff, guys. Really good stuff. Well played.
Well, we've still got some viewers left. I'd like to do a little bit of an announcement. So this is obviously the final week of this season of Time Trials League. There will be another season, but not right away. We are going to take a little bit of a break, but a little bit of a break while we let the mappers catch up, basically, because the map makers have been under a lot. I don't know about stress, but like, it's been down to the wire some weeks getting some of these maps out. So massive shout outs and thanks to all the mappers for that. First off, so we're taking about maybe a month's break from Tim Trials, and then we'll be back with another season when we've got some more maps made. And in the meantime, during the break, there will be more. There'll be more info on that coming soon via the Discord, but there will be more stuff to do, so don't worry. Tim Trials isn't going away.
Yeah, I think the thing with Tim Trials is we want to make sure that the maps are as high quality as they have been.
Yep.
And you can't keep churning them out week on week forever. Has to be a little break. But there's going to be more stuff to do for sure. And yeah, you ain't heard of the Last of Us for now.
Slight off topic. I guess it's not that off topic. I don't know if it's like bad to talk about just regular defrag, but you guys doing much with the Defrag World Cup at all?
Hopefully.
Yes.
Yeah, we'd really like to.
Yeah, we'd love to.
I've no idea, like, there's no real information out, I think, for it yet, other than it's happening, but yeah.
Which is very exciting in and of itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I was expecting a 2022, to be honest, so when I heard it was 2021, I was like, what?
I'll be honest, a little bit of me thought maybe no more, because it's so intensive to put them on. So it's just generally awesome to hear the news. And I think that will be a benefit to Time Trials too, and all the stuff that you guys are putting on.
Well, I think we're seeing at least people from kind of Time Trials trying out some defrag stuff as well with the weekly walk up stuff, and I think that should hopefully, if anyone who has played in the DFWC before, I mean it feels like a much bigger thing, a much like grander event in compared to just like the weekly walk ups. It should attract some Tim Trialers over by all means. I can't wait to see what maps they're going to pull out. I'm just getting ready to suck at them. Is really where I'm at with it.
I just want to get rid of ground boosting. I just can't take it. It's just.
I kind of agree with you. I feel like it's
epic to watch. It looks unbelievable, and I have so much admiration for people who can do it. But holy shit, like I just cannot even remotely compare on any level with that.
Yeah, like. I got a job, bro. I can't be like grinding ground boost.
It's
some next level techniques.
It's quite a divisive skill. Like those that can, like, are just way ahead of the pack compared to those who can't. It's a bit depressing.
But they're quite organized though in how they do like it's like a weapon map and then a strafe map and then a weapon map, a strafe map. I
Yeah.
think that's how it's been the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So I always get really, down with the strafe maps. But yeah, otherwise I just kind of sit back and watch. Otherwise.
How did you have any favorites from 2019's maps? Do you remember them?
I remember what they look like. There was what was it, map 3, where it was Woody. He did like a plasma ground boost in like a rocket jump into a plasma ground boost into a grenade jump.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was map 2.
Yeah. Map 2 was it? Yeah, that shit was unbelievable.
Yeah, that was a great map if I remember correctly. I really enjoyed. I think it was round 5, the non-linear map, because I felt that played to some of my strengths.
Was that with all the checkpoints everywhere?
Yeah, yeah. I thought I'd crack that map, honestly. But that's always like I thought, oh mate, wait till people see what I've got in store. No,
It was way too complex for me.
Yeah, it was so hard, and it was like when you actually see everyone's runs come together, it's like, oh my god, how did I miss that? How did I miss that? But
yeah.
One for it.
But I think that's one of the really cool things about like we've seen it more, I think, in defrag maps. Maybe just because defrag's been going for longer, but just like that level of creativity. But we're starting to see it, I think, in some of the time trials maps now. Like, there's some really, really interesting stuff to find.
I've got a. I'm sorry, I'm turning this into like a podcast type of thing now, but there is a tiny bit of drama surrounding the Defrag World Cup, and that's people streaming their own runs.
Yeah.
And I've had
CrazyAl.
some run-ins with Zerg, and people who haven't been happy with me streaming my own runs. What do you guys think? Like, should people be allowed to stream what they do?
I think there's an ideal world answer and there's a reality answer. I think in an ideal world, it would be no.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's completely realistic. But then how do you apply that rule to say, oh, well, you're too good to stream your run, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an answer. I think it's a really difficult one to answer personally.
I think the only answer is like compromise, which is what they've sort of gone for, if I remember correctly. So they let people stream like, I think was it like 30 minutes, up to 30 minutes after the map comes out, and then like an hour before it finishes, or maybe it's the other way around, like that round. I'm pretty sure last time it was like you were allowed to stream for up to an hour after the round had started, and then like an hour until the round ends, or something like that. There was some weird rules around it, and honestly, I think that compromise is probably the only way you can sort of get around that whole thing, because streaming is really good for defrag, and we've seen how good streaming is for defrag. What with us doing the defrag weekly shows on TimCon, and like Neat has put together these bots, the defrag live and the defrag legends stream bots, which are amazing, and like so many people use that now, and I think streaming is very important for a lot of things. Like I don't know what's the word I'm looking for.
Just general visibility of it, right?
Yeah, pretty much that, and like community building, basically, I think is really important. But I also understand from the admin's point of view how streaming is bad, not just at like a high level. And the defrag World Cup, I understand how it affects it at like any level.
Yeah.
So like, I really agree with the thing where it's like, oh, you should be allowed to stream unless you're like top 20, then you can't be giving away top routes. But it's like, the routes, it affects everyone all the way down, you know what I mean?
But some people, they exchange the information about the maps.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's like you see the undead guys, and you see that they all are doing like exactly the same run, and they're around the top 15. So it's a bit like, well, if you're sharing runs anyway, I kind of find
you're only supposed to share with your clan.
But then, like, your clan is like, well, how big's your clan? We've got 300 people in our clan.
Or my clan.
Yeah, I just find that a bit bananas. But I do agree that when you start having all the top guys streaming, then there's no like surprise reveal at the end, right? And that's part of the really cool bit.
Yeah, I think part of the fun as a competitor is like, oh, I might have found something that no one else has found, right? And that's kind of what makes it exciting from a competition point of view. And if you spoil that, like it leads to basically homogenous routes, which no one really wants to see. No one really wants to go through 40 demos of everyone trying the same route. So I don't know. Obviously, some routes are achievable based on your ability to execute. So not all 40 runs are going to be the same, but yeah, variety is the spice of life. Everyone wants to see.
I agree. Knight, what do you? I'm really curious about Knight because you've been up there in the rankings on Defrag World Cup rounds several times. What do you think is the best way to treat it?
I don't know. I mean, I've been around for a while, so it's like part of the fun with the DFWC is the fact that, there are multiple routes, there are, surprises, especially when it comes down to time to reveal the demos, times, and all that. I feel like it kind of gets wasted. That surprise gets wasted if the routes are being streamed.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that, really. But you need you want to also spread the word about Defrag,
Exactly.
and how do people find out about shit these days? It's through Twitch or whatever. So.
Right.
It's this horrible contradiction that you kind of have there. It's like you need both, but they can't live without each other.
Maybe what like Defrag needs is something more like PR, where you're just like, guys, there's this super secret fucking competition, and nobody knows about it. No, but like seriously, like how do you promote something where you're not allowed to show it off, and you have to add some kind of allure to it, some kind of secrecy to it, right? And all of a sudden it becomes this thing that people are trying to find out about and dig into. The problem with that is that Defrag is something that rewards a huge time investment in terms of skill. So people are going to be like, oh, okay, well, I've discovered the secret, I've entered Defrag, and now I'm completely shit at it. So what do I do?
I remember putting in like 20 hours in a week once on a map, and I was like, oh, I came 60th, great.
Yeah, no, I was exactly the same.
Like, bullshit.
Yeah, 100%. But either way, it's going to be really, really fun when it does happen. So I think
definitely.
I'd like to be involved in some way, shape, or form in covering
We've
it.
talked about it, and we'd really like to stream it. So we'd be more than happy to have you on for commentary, and Knight and Quasar as well, if you'd like to join us.
Yeah, sure.
That'd be cool.
I really want to play as well.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, at least the strafe maps, not the weapon.
No, you have to do them all.
I don't want to embarrass myself doing a weapon map.
Do you not do money weapons?
Huh?
Do you not do weapon maps much in Defrag?
No. Also, the two last World Cups, I only did the strafe maps.
Ah, okay.
I didn't even, bother trying the weapon maps because I did just know Woody and Liv. All the other guys will just,
pull out some ground boost madness, basically.
Yeah. I had one last question. Sorry, I feel like I'm hogging a bit, but Knight, Quasar, or any of you actually, what's the most amount of time you've ever put into a single DFWC round?
Easily over 24 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, around the same, I guess.
I think I did. I must have done about 17 hours on round 5, the non-linear map, and I got like, I think I got like 43rd position or something.
That's right though. That's
but
like
I was reasonably happy with that. In VQ3 as well. I was doing VQ3 at the time. So.
Nice.
I think in the 17 round 6, I spent a lot of time on that one. I also got
strafe one? That was the really long strafe one, wasn't it?
You did well on that one too.
Yeah, I got 4th in that, and I was also quite surprised.
Round 6 is amazing. That is potentially one of my favorite strafe maps ever. I think
that's fun.
It is a great map.
Was that VQ3, Quasar?
No, that was CPM.
Oh, it's CPM. Okay.
But it was quite funny to see because I took like a different route than anybody else, and all the reaction was just so. Why the hell did he do that?
See, that's what I mean about
Let's go
the
back to it, man.
surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's totally true.
Well, I'm starting to get really hungry, so I think we should wrap this up. What do you think?
I think I can hear my wife in the kitchen banging plates together, and my stomach is rumbling. So I'm up
It's
for
fun.
calling it a very well played evening.
Massive, well played for the entire league, even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both
Really
Knight and
fun.
Quasar and Zoot, of course.
Yeah, GG everyone.
GG.
GG's.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, World Cup results are a thing. That's
Ooh.
cool. I didn't get top 10, so it doesn't matter.
Did you not get top 10?
Let's not talk about it.
I
Let's
could have
just
sworn you would have got top 10 with your time. God damn.
Oh, but 11.
What does a man have to do to
11th.
get top 10? 11? What a kick to the groin, honestly. I'm glad I didn't submit, to be honest, this week, because I would not have done well.
Better than Sharkos when he made the map, so
When are we covering that on Tuesday then, Al?
that'll be Tuesday.
Yeah, so we'll be
Love
going through
that.
those demos on Tuesday evening for anyone interested.
We'll have Donald. He'll be with us.
Lovely.
Nice.
Fun.
And he got first place.
Yeah, he as well.
Oh, so he'll be speaking from a position of supreme superiority, basically. Awesome.
Massive thank you once again to all the participants, all the streamers, all the mappers, players, everybody who was involved in Sim Trials League. I guess the whole 2 months has essentially been season 1, so we'll call the next one season 2, shall we?
Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah.
Call it season 3 and then never deliver it,
Ouch! Ouch!
or nah, I don't know. It'll be
Call
season 2.
Call it Tim Trials 2.0, and then we'll just never be heard from again.
Thank you
Alright.
for hosting. It was great fun.
Yes,
Thanks.
for sure.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Awesome,
Really
guys.
appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks, guys, and have a good night, everybody.
See you on Tuesday.
Peace.
See you next Tuesday.